Christian. How's it going today?
Pretty good. How are you, Morgan?
I'm doing good. Okay, so last week we talked about how you couldn't play the piano anymore because of your fists. Tell me how that's been going this week.
It's alright, I guess. I figured out how to play chopsticks, which is progress, because you only need 2 fingers, so I can sort of do it with my fists, but it's just not the same, Morgan.
What other areas in daily life are becoming a struggle?
One of the biggest things that I've had to deal with was my family. I come from a very musical group of people. We would have music nights at my house, and I would always love to participate, and now I can't because I can't play the piano anymore. It's just my fists.
How long have you been playing the piano?
Since I was 4 years old, so before the accident, about 12 years.
Accident. Tell me more about this accident.
I honestly don't know. I woke up we call it the accident because we don't know any better, but it just woke up one morning and couldn't open my hands. It's dreadful.
So, obviously, I think if I couldn't use my hands, I'd be feeling very frustrated and annoyed. So, when you do try to play the piano, what emotions are you feeling then?
It's just frustration. You're right. There's nothing I can do about it. Just have to try to do what I can, but it's just nothing happens. Just can't do it.
Were you just piano, or did you play other instruments?
I played a pretty wide range of instruments. I could play the drums, even some of the trombone, but it just nothing anymore.
That must be hard. Can you open them at all?
I can sort of separate my fingers. That's actually how I managed to eat. I can actually get a fork in between a couple of my fingers so I can actually feed myself, but that's about the only positive thing about my condition.
Okay. Is there any way you can play the drums through your finger?
I haven't really tried, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Okay, so how are your hands feeling? Like, are they sore whenever you're sitting like this, or?
They do get sore from time to time. It's more of just a cramp though, because I can't. Especially when I try to open them a lot, it's like a really bad cramp. I just can't do it.
How has this affected relationships with your family?
Again, my family, they try to be supportive, but I am somewhat of an outcast now because who has fists for hands? That's not a real thing.
And the rest of your family plays instruments as well, or is that why you feel you're an outcast?
My dad is actually a music teacher, and my sister and I both played piano all our lives, and now I'm just the one with no musical ability anymore.
Have you told them how all this makes you feel?
Not really. I kind of keep to myself.
Okay. Well, I think for starters, I think this next week, let's work on telling your family how it makes you feel, the fact that they are continuing to play music, because I think that makes you feel left out and an outcast and a reject.
Definitely.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think the biggest thing here that we can do is to make sure that they're aware of that, because they may not know that you're feeling those things. And obviously they're family. They need to know how you're feeling. So I think before we meet next time, I want you to sit down and have a conversation with them. And if they need to, they can come in and talk to me as well. So we can all meet as a group if you feel more comfortable with that. But ultimately,
I'd rather not.
You'd rather not? Okay. Do they play instruments in front of you a lot?
No more than they used to, but it's a pretty musical group, so it's, yeah.
Well, I think let's try to work on that before next time. Because what I'm gathering from you right now is just the frustration and the annoyance. Is that, the fact that you can't open your fists. I don't know why that's happening, but we're going to set some goals. And what would you like to get out of meeting here?
Just not feeling like such a freak for having fists instead of hands.
Well, you're not a freak. Let's work on that little step of letting them know, and let's see if we can get your frustration and annoyance down. Can you do that? that, Christian?
I think I can.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to seeing you again.
Absolutely, me too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we're done. That was fun.